Hey everyone, this is Steve Fenley. I'm an Azure specialist at Microsoft, and we have an exciting opportunity for some of our managed accounts, and I'm on with Predica, and they have several experts who I would like to introduce themselves and tell us a little bit about the event we have coming up. So, Thomas O, do you want to kick us off?
Yeah, sure. It's great to have an opportunity to speak to here. So I'm Thomas O, and I'm a Microsoft MVP and also Microsoft Regional Director. And my background is 20 plus years actually in the industry, believe it or not, always on the consulting side. And I will be happy to speak to you and answer any questions around security, DevOps practices, and Azure technology in general.
And so what are you an MVP in? Like, what's the specialization there?
So I am MVP for 14 plus years, including some break for working at Microsoft. So my specialization changed as the cloud and everything changed. So I started with the director of services, then I was enterprise security, and right now I believe it is called enterprise mobility. So yeah, pretty all across the scale.
Okay, awesome. Who's next?
I guess I can go because I'm the second Thomas. Yeah. So that makes sense, right?
We can do it. Second Thomas thing. I will be the last one.
So I'm Thomas P. I'm in the industry a little bit shorter than Thomas O. I'm like 17 years here. Actually, most of that time on the enterprise side of things. So mostly big companies doing like national health fund systems, working for Oracle, doing SaaS-based companies like Relativity. So I spent like most of my life building big systems and with well-established team or growing teams. And I'm just recently actually starting doing some consulting. On top of that, I'm also a Microsoft MVP in development technologies category. If you look for me on the internet, I'm either known from doing like web-related stuff, ASP.NET, MVP, MVC, Web API. Actually, I started back with web forms like 10 years ago. Or you may find me for my other thing I'm probably most known, so building Legos. Like actually those threads on Twitter get much more likes than the technology stuff. So yeah, that's basically me.
Awesome. Daniel.
Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Daniel. I work as a principal software engineer here at Predica, and also I'm a technical fellow in our CDO team, together with Thomas. My main area of focus is helping our clients to implement DevOps practices with the right tools and build solutions using Microsoft Azure Cloud. So that's my main focus here. I'm also Microsoft Most Valuable Professional in the Azure Cloud category for 5 years now, so quite a while. And when it comes to when it comes to sharing my passion, it's on both sides. So I'm doing this at Predica with different projects, but also I encourage you to visit my blog, techmindfactory.com, where you can find just technical content which I share about experience. So basically that's about me, and I'm super excited about this.
Yeah, we'll link some of that information in the comments so people can find it easily too. So, and Brett, would you introduce yourself also?
Sure. My name is Brett Cowan. I'm the DevOps Transformation Practice Lead at Predica for the Americas region. And like Daniel, my focus is really on helping enterprise organizations realize the value of DevOps, right? And we do that through a number of different ways. My focus is really on the value piece, right? Understanding the value of transformation and helping executive leaders understand the value that their teams realize by doing that, whether that's a dollar value or from my servant leadership background, it's an emotional value, right? It's the happiness of employees and the morale that's built on teams when they feel heard and recognized. So that's the area that I focus in a lot.
That's awesome. So the event we have coming up is around DevOps. Would one of you jump in there and just tell us what it's about? And it's actually kind of a unique one.
Sure, I can take it off the top real quick. You know, really, this event is just such a special opportunity to work with not only different aspects of DevOps, right? Because DevOps is such a big topic, right? There's so many different things that we could focus on. And then Ask Us Anything around DevOps is particularly challenging because it's such a big topic. And you want to make sure that you have the industry experts there across many different types of technologies and focus areas. So the fact that we are able to fortunately have 3 MVPs, well, we have 5 MVPs at Predica, right? And I'll talk about that in a second. But the fact that we can have 3 of them all join us on one call, and then my focus being on the other side of it, really the product management, mental mindset, cultural change piece, and bring all that together for our community is just fantastic. So that's really why we're so excited about it.
So it's Ask Me Anything. So we get to send this out to companies' dev teams, and the experts at their companies get to ask you guys hard questions about
absolutely.
DevOps and best practices and where they're at today to get where they want to be and all kinds of challenge and stuff.
Well, between the 4 of us, we've got over 100 years of experience, so I'm not trying to date myself or anything, but Thomas, go ahead.
Yeah, so I think that's a part of the beauty of that kind of format. Yeah, and also, you can ask us eternal question about the meaning of life and everything, and we all know the answer. And
42.
But yeah, I actually would be very glad to get that. I mean, the hard questions, because one thing I learned during my career as a consultant is that sometimes you have to say, I don't know, even in public. Yeah. And
Absolutely.
then, but the fact that we will be 4 of us there, each with a different background, is making this a bit more like a chance that we actually do have some answer. Yeah. Or we can figure it out even on the fly, because each of us.
So if they stump all 4 of you, do they get a prize?
We can do it.
Hey, we should send them one of our Predica sponges if they stump.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
So yeah, we can own it if I was part of an MVP, and I were on the event where one of the execs said that $10 for every question I cannot answer, and he was just giving out money. That was funny. So let's give out sponges.
Sponges instead.
Well, I know in the managed accounts I work with, there's people just getting into DevOps. I know there's other people that could probably be one of the co-hosts on this episode, and so I think we'll have some good questions that come in no matter where they're at in that journey. And I'm excited for this. I think this is very unique. And it's not a short call either. How long is the call?
An hour and a half.
Yeah,
because we really, really sincerely would like to help some people work through some challenging issues. And to do that, you can't do a 30-minute call, right? You need time to ask the right questions, get the right information back, and maybe pause for a second to talk, right? About why is this a challenge? What's the background behind it? That takes a bit longer, but we're willing to invest the time in our community, right?
And also, what I want to add here is that if you are not DevOps person, or you don't think about yourself as a DevOps person, so that's also a great chance to join and talk, because this is so broad topic. Yeah. And sometimes you think like, okay, I'm a security guy, and then we can put this in the context, or I'm a finance guy, and we can also put this in the context. I'm a product manager or product owner, and it's the same. Yeah, because typically people think about DevOps as a very narrow topic of automation, scripting, whatever, and it's not. Tomasz?
And I know there's a registration link that we'll put in there. Is there a way for them to ask questions ahead of time somewhere?
We did.
There is none right now, but when you will be hearing this recording, there will be one. I will make it.
Okay. Okay, awesome.
It's an agile way.
That's right.
Okay.
Continuous innovation.
Yeah.
Thomas P., did you have something you were trying to say? I'm sorry.
I thought it was on the previous subject, not relevant anymore. I mean,
yeah. But in general, I would like to add something to that. Like, I think that everyone will find something interesting in this meeting, like not only about tools and automation, but also how to approach different things, what are the challenges, how to work with people, how to think about connecting the dots when it comes to different challenges in the project. So yeah, we are super excited about this meeting to answer all those questions here.
And you guys have a pretty large presence as a company. All of my accounts are in Canada, in the western half of Canada. and I'm sure we'll get some others as well. But maybe they might not be as familiar with you guys, even though you're very well known at Microsoft. Could you guys just share a little bit about the company?
Sure. I mean, I can start with just the very general stuff, and Toma and any of these guys could get into more details. In general, we're Microsoft Partner of the Year for multiple times, and we have 15 Microsoft Gold competencies. We have, I believe, 7 Microsoft Advanced Service specializations. We are currently undergoing the audit, and the Advanced Special certification is important because that's not just getting certifications, you're audited, and Microsoft, through a third-party organization, validates your credentials, and they put you to the test, right? We're doing that right now for GitHub. We will be, hopefully, one of the first GitHub Advanced specialization partners as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then what was the thing that we received most recently, Thomas, around security?
Yeah, so we are a global company. There's almost 400 of us currently all across the globe, and we are working with different organizations, so across all the industries and the sizes. And to all those nice badges, we were audited recently, and we are Azure Experts MSP organization, so one of the 120 in the world which got it. And we are not working on DevOps alone. We do a lot of applications. We do data and analytics, and we do DevOps in it as well. So anything like machine learning or data models, we also cover it. And we do have pretty extensive security and identity background as well. And the unique thing about Predica when it comes to the project itself is that we combine it. Yeah. So even if you look at our website, www.predicagroup.com. So when we speak about DevOps, we call it 4 ops here because it's DevOps, FinOps, Data Ops, and Security Ops. Yeah, and this is what we cover.
And I did find that interesting. I'm going to be the dumbest guy in the room here, but I haven't worked with anybody yet who's going around advertising using DevOps with deployments of Sentinel. And that's something you guys do that I'm super interested in learning more about. So you guys definitely are unique, and I think maybe even doing some thought leadership in some of these things.
Yeah, so we are pretty happy. Even I will get prepared for that and showcase how it looks like. But because we have a service managed security operations center, and from the scratch it is built for a cloud and on a cloud. So we use DevOps as a way to develop it, to work on the product, to deploy it. And we use it through the managed Azure Lighthouse environment. So you can think about it one-click deployment, but across multiple customers. And it's pretty awesome, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, very cool. We'll have to do maybe a separate call sometime about that.
Yeah.
So very cool. Well, it's great to meet you guys. I think, some of our managed accounts are going to be excited to be on the call with you guys as well, asking questions. And when is the date and time?
February 24th from 9 to 10:30 a.m. Pacific U.S. time.
Perfect. Awesome.
And I did just one other thing real quick, Stephen. I really want to encourage people, even if you don't have technology related questions, if you have methodology related questions around the value of cultural change and how to facilitate that type of change, we welcome that type of questioning as well. And that's my background. So
okay. Yeah, very cool. Well, awesome. Well, thank you guys, and we look forward to sending this out and getting some of our customers to the call.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.